Hello, everyone. Today I want to share a story about my first day at college. It was a day full of excitement, fear, and new beginnings. Take a deep breath, relax, and listen carefully. Try to repeat the sentences after me. This will help you improve your English speaking skills. Let's begin the story. The sun had just started to rise. Soft, golden light came through my window. My alarm clock rang loudly at 6 a.m. I slowly opened my eyes. For a moment, I forgot what day it was. Then suddenly I remembered. Today was my first day at college. My heart started beating faster. I felt excited, but also very nervous. I sat up on my bed and looked around my room. My new backpack was sitting on the chair. Inside it were my notebooks, pens, and a brand new water bottle. Everything looked ready. But inside my mind, 100 questions appeared. What if I get lost on campus? What if I cannot understand my teachers? What if I cannot make any friends? These thoughts made me feel worried. Then I told myself something important. Today is a new chapter of my life. I stood up, took a deep breath, and smiled. In the kitchen, my mother was already preparing breakfast. The smell of toast and eggs filled the room. She looked at me and said, "Good morning. Big day today." I nodded and smiled. While eating breakfast, I felt butterflies in my stomach. I tried to stay calm, but excitement was everywhere. After breakfast, I put on my clean shirt and comfortable shoes. I checked my bag again. Notebook? Check. Pen? Check. Phone? Check. Everything was ready. Before leaving the house, my mother said something I will never forget. She said, "Don't be afraid. Just be yourself. People will like you." Her words gave me confidence. The journey to college felt different from any other day. The streets were busy, cars were moving quickly, people were walking to work. But for me, the world felt new. When the college building finally appeared in front of me, I stopped for a moment. It was big, much bigger than my school. Students were walking everywhere. Some were laughing, some were talking with friends, others were looking at their phones. Everyone seemed confident. But I was still nervous. I walked slowly through the main gate. The campus was beautiful. Tall trees stood beside the pathways. Birds were singing softly in the morning air. Students sat on benches, reading books or chatting with friends. For a moment, I felt like I had entered a completely new world. But then, something unexpected happened. I realized I had no idea where my classroom was. I looked at my schedule again and again. Building B, room 204. Where was Building B? I started walking around, looking at the signs. Suddenly, a friendly voice spoke behind me. "Are you looking for something?" I turned around. A student with a warm smile was standing there. I explained my problem. He laughed kindly and said, "Don't worry, I was lost on my first day too." Then he pointed down the path. "Building B is over there. I'm going that way. You can walk with me." Relief filled my heart. Sometimes, a small act of kindness can change everything. As we walked together, we started talking. His name was Daniel. He told me about the campus, the teachers, and the best places to eat. Slowly, my nervous feelings started to disappear. When we reached the classroom, many students were already sitting inside. The room was bright and quiet. I chose a seat near the middle. My heart was still beating quickly. Then the teacher walked into the room. She smiled and greeted everyone. "Welcome to your first day of college." Her voice was calm and friendly. She asked each student to introduce themselves. When it was my turn, I stood up. For a second, my mind went blank. But then I remembered my mother's words. Just be yourself. So I took a deep breath and said, "Hello, everyone. My name is Christiana, and I'm excited to start this journey with you." To my surprise, the students smiled and listened kindly. Some even nodded in encouragement. In that moment, I realized something important. Everyone else was nervous too. We were all starting something new together. The rest of the day passed quickly. I attended lectures, I met new classmates, I explored the campus. At lunchtime, I sat with Daniel and a few other students. We talked, laughed, and shared our stories. The nervous feeling from the morning slowly turned into confidence. When the day finally ended, I walked out of the college gate with a smile. The same place that had scared me in the morning now felt familiar. I looked back at the campus one more time, and I thought to myself, today was the beginning of something amazing. That first day taught me a powerful lesson. New beginnings are always a little scary, but they are also full of opportunities. Every friend you make, every class you attend, and every challenge you face helps you grow. So if you are starting something new in your life, remember this: it is okay to feel nervous. Just take a deep breath, believe in yourself, and take the first step. Because every great journey starts with a single day, just like my first day at college. Thank you for listening to this story. Now, try listening again and repeat the sentences out loud. This is the power of shadowing practice. And remember, your English will improve every single day. See you in the next video.